There we go. Okay, so let's share my screen. Okay, so this is what we started off with last time. Or ended with last time, not started off with. So we needed to find another rectangle that has the same perimeter, but different side lengths of this rectangle, okay? So just to kind of leave off where we were, let's figure out what the length and the width are. So really quick, can someone remind me what the length of this rectangle is? Go ahead and just unmute and say it real quick so we can go real fast. Anyone? What's the length? Daniela? And also let's not write, please. Thank you.
Yeah, let's stop writing, please.
Daniela?
The length is 5.
5.
Okay.
Can you go ahead and tell me what the width is as well?
3.
Perfect. So if the length is 5 and the width is 3, this is also 3.
Huh?
Patience, mute yourself. It looks like you're not muted.
1, 2, 3. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Maya, you also not muted. Go ahead and try to mute yourself.
So I would have to do 5 plus 5 plus 3. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, which is what?
Let's
What's
see.
perimeter?
Perimeter. This review, so we should all have hands up.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should be having hands up. If you're not sitting up, please sit up. Make sure that we're not laying down. It's not sleep time. Felix?
The perimeter is 16 units.
Good job, Felix.
16 units. So we needed to draw another rectangle that has the same perimeter, but different side lengths. So we needed ones that were other than 5 and 3. So remember what I said about our little trick that we can use on how to find shapes that are easily, we could easily find shapes that have the same perimeter. So I'm gonna put some parentheses here. Remember with parentheses, we do those first. So you see we have 5 plus 3, 2 times. Well, 5 plus 3 is 8. So what are some other lengths and widths that we can find if we add them together that would give us 8? So what are some rectangles that you guys drew? Who can tell me a rectangle that they drew? Oh, I already see some people that put their Zoom hands up.
Oh, let me look at Zoom hands. Okay, let's go with Esteban since he used his Zoom hand.
I did a rectangle of 4 and 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Anyone else besides 4 and 4? What else do we got? I like how Daniela is going back into her notes. If you did not do this, please make sure that you're doing it right now.
I'm gonna do it down here. 4.
Okay, with something else, with another two numbers that we can add to get to 8. Let's see. Like how Daniela is going ahead and trying. Looks like Evan is working up there. Nikayla, honey, make sure we're paying attention. Demaya, you want to take a risk? Go ahead and tell us another 2 numbers that we can use.
Make 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What did you say?
7 plus 1.
Okay, a 7 by 1. Cool. Thank you, Demaya. Good job, honey.
Thank you.
Anybody else? We got 4 and 4, 5 and 3, and a 7 and 1. I think there's one more that we can use. I see. Let's see. Who wants to take a risk? Evan, go ahead and take a risk.
6 and 2.
6 and 2. Good job, Evan. Good job, Evan.
Good job.
It's the perfect time to be taking notes based
Good
on
job,
what
Evan.
Miranda's drawing too.
Okay. So there are 3 different rectangles that you guys could have drawn. You could have drawn a square that was 4 and 4, because if you had 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, you will still get 16 units, okay? If you had 7 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1, you will also still get 16 units for the perimeter. And if you do 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2, you will also get 16 units for the perimeter, okay? Oh, okay, well, that's not a 16. I don't know what that is. 16. There we go. Okay. Now, did you have to draw all 3 of these rectangles? No, you only needed to draw 1. If you had one of these rectangles, you were on the right track. So let's move into 18. So look at the rectangle you drew for problem 7. Is the area the same, greater than, or less than the area shown? So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area for each of these 3 rectangles, and then we're going to figure out if it's greater than, less than, or equal to. But before we could even figure out if it's greater than, less than, or equal to, what do we need to do with this rectangle?
Let's see. Let's see. What do we need to do with
What do we need to do with that one? Is there a highlighter? There is.
There it is. I love how Demaya is participating actively. Some of us I have not heard from. Let's put our hands up and participate if we haven't heard. Emmanuel raised his Zoom hand. Emmanuel, what should we do with the original rectangle before we can do anything? What do we need to find? Make sure you unmute.
The area.
Right, so you need to find the area.
So what is the area, Emmanuel?
8. Wait.
Ooh. How do we find area? I don't know if y'all can see my camera. It's very tiny.
The area is
You want to phone a friend, Emmanuel?
the area 30.
Not
30
quite.
square.
Not quite. Good risk, Emmanuel. Let's have someone help Emmanuel out. What is the area?
I
We
see
should
the
go back into our notes.
the
Nikayla, what's the area, honey? We can't hear you. Unmute.
The area is 8 square units.
Not quite. A lot of us are making the same mistake. We're doing a lot of adding, and it's not our area formula, so go back to your notes. This is why we should be taking good notes. Good risk, Nikayla. Not quite, though. Denila, what is the area?
The area is 15.
15 what? 15 feet? 15
Square feet.
not feet, square
Units.
units. And Denila, can you explain to your friends what you did to find the area?
I multiplied 5 times 3.
Good job. Thank you, Denila.
All right, thank you, Ms. Williams. You it's like you read my brain, you read my head, you read my mind, because you were saying exactly what I was about to ask her. Okay, so we know that this one has an area of 15 square units because we multiplied the length and the width. So now that you know the area is the length times width, what's the area of the orange square? What's the area of the orange square? Area of the orange square. Ooh, look at these hands.
We haven't heard from Felix. Unmute yourself, Felix.
The area of the orange square is
Go back to what we did for the original one.
the area of the orange square is 14.
Not quite, Felix.
Not
Good.
quite. So just a reminder, perimeter, you have to add all 4 sides, which is why I added the word perimeter here. Then the area, you have to multiply length times width. So what's the area of this orange square? Evan, I see your hand up.
The area of the orange square is 16.
16 what? Square units, good job. 16 square units, because you have to multiply 4 times 4. So is 16 greater than or less than 15? Greater than or less than?
Let's see. I see. Who I heard from?
If you
Patience.
think it, I was gonna do if you think it's greater than, point up. If you think it's less than, point down. If you think it's equal to, do an equal sign with your arms. Is that an okay way to do it? So point up if you think it's greater than, like this. Point down if you think it's less than. And then do an equal to with your arms if you think it's equal to. I see it's Daniela, I see Evan, I see Patience, Amaya. Okay, and it looks like we're all saying greater than. All right, it is greater than. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a greater than symbol next to there. Okay, let's just do one more. Let's go ahead, let's do the green rectangle so that we can go ahead and move on. What's the area of this green rectangle? Who wants to take a risk?
Let's see. Someone we have not heard from. Patience, we haven't heard from you. What is the area of the green rectangle?
The area of the green rectangle is 7.
Good job, Patience. Tell us what you did.
How I found the area of the rectangle is I multiply 1 times 7.
Good job, Patience.
Wow. So Patience, is that greater than, less than, or equal to 15 square units?
It is, I think it's less than.
It is less than. Good job.
7 is less than. Look at you, Patience.
Look at you.
Taking
All
risks.
right.
Good job, honey.
Good job. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it there. I think we got the point because I wanna go ahead and kind of put everything together. So that next week I wanna move on. We're gonna go ahead and move into geometry and shapes. Just because I feel like it's time to move on. Do you agree, Ms. Williams?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I have to stop sharing for just a second. Okay, and let me share again. I'm gonna share here. So you guys should all have a pencil and paper.
Let's give everyone 1 minute. Give us a thumbs up if you have your pencil and paper. Remember, we should be bringing that every single day.
Okay, so we're gonna start with number 4. We're gonna do part A right now, okay? And, oh, someone entered, here we go. So look at the rectangle below. The area of each square is 1 square unit. So what I want you to do really quick, I'm just gonna give you guys a minute or two to find the perimeter of this rectangle right here and find the area of this rectangle. So really quick, let me give you just a quick reminder. For perimeter, you have to add all sides together. And then for area, you multiply the length times the width, okay? So go ahead and do those 2 things on your pencil and paper. Ms. Williams, how are you able to tell how long our call is? 'Cause I do not see a timestamp.
How long are, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay. How long our call has been going?
I don't think it actually shows it.
Okay.
Did you do a special app to make it so like it automatically went full screen and like no one can, I guess I can't annotate. Did you just make it full screen or did you spotlight?
I just shared screen and it popped up, and then I hit full screen on my screen so that you can't see like the browser, but that's all I did. I didn't do anything else.
Miss Miranda.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said right. You said do number 4, right?
Yep, number 4, part A. So you're gonna find the perimeter and the area of this rectangle. I'm gonna give you guys another like 30 seconds just to get.
Oh, hey, Miss Miranda.
Mhm.
I think Logan is waiting.
Is he? I saw someone. I saw that someone was trying to wait, and I let them in.
Texting me.
Is Logan back? I see iPhone, or is that Isaac?
Yeah, that's. Is that Logan?
He was on iPhone earlier.
I don't see iPhone. Who is iPhone right here? Is this Isaac?
I think it is Isaac.
Isaac, could you do us a favor? Could you try like putting your face in the camera so we know it's you? Because we can't really see. There we go, buddy.
I don't see anyone in the waiting room.
I just asked her to try again.
Okay.
So. Hello. What's up? No.
Okay. So the area of this rectangle, I want someone to raise their hand and tell me what's the area, and then how did you find the area? What's the area of this rectangle? Let's see. Ooh, I see some hands.
Let's see. Oh, I see some Zoom hands too.
Haven't we called on?
Isaac, let's wake up. Isaac, can you tell us what the perimeter is of this shape? Okay. And as we wait for you, Isaac, we're gonna have someone tell us the area. Nikayla, tell us the area while Isaac determines what the perimeter is.
The area is 20 square units.
Yes. Is it? No.
Not quite.
But you're very close. Sorry, I had the numbers wrong in my head.
Not quite. Good risk, Nikayla. Try one more time. Okay. Who wants to take another risk at the area?
You could also always do this, do a little counting.
Who wants to take another risk at the area? Do I see any Zoom hands?
I see Emmanuel's, I see Danila's.
Denilah, go ahead and take a risk. Tell us what the area is.
The area is 24 units,
Remember, we're finding the area, so it's
square units.
square units. And how'd you find that, sweetie?
How I found it is I did groups. I did 6 groups and put 4 dots inside of it.
Okay, so you did some multiplication. So you did 6 times 4. Good job. Okay, and then Isaac, what's the perimeter?
We make sure you. Oh, he's still looking. Remember, you add all the sides. So we have a 6 by 4. So if you have 4 sides, you should have 4 numbers.
It'll be 6 and 4. 4 and 6.
Can you take a risk and tell us what you think it is? We can't hear you. You got to unmute yourself, buddy.
I think it's 20 square units.
Because it's perimeter, it's not going to be square. It's just going to be
Units.
units. There you go. Good job. So what he did, what'd you do, Isaac?
I added the sides.
Yeah, you added all the sides together. So you do 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. And plus 6 plus 4 is 10. So that would give you 20. All right. So that's the easy part. Now we're going to get into the harder part. So we're going to do what we've kind of practiced. Remember what I said about finding shapes that have the same perimeter, because now what we're going to have to do is we're going to draw a rectangle that has the same perimeter but a different area than the rectangle in part A. Okay? So remember what I said about taking the length and the width, add those together, 6 plus 4, which is 10, and then find 2 other numbers that you can add together to get a sum of 10. And that will be your new length and width.
Miss Miranda, are you going to give them work time?
Yes.
Okay, I was just asking.
So what plus what equals 10? And that will be your new length and your new width. Draw that rectangle. So I'm going to give you like a minute because I think we can easily find sums of 10, right?
Felix, go ahead and mute your mic, please, for us. So once again, everybody should be working to part B. Ms. Miranda, could you scroll up just a tad bit?
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, you probably got to clear out.
Yeah,
That's the one thing that yeah.
it's okay. I'm going to just put the old perimeter and area on there, down here. So we're finding the same thing as the rectangle as before, which would be, I'm gonna just erase all this. So it's gonna be, the perimeter was 20 units. You need to find.
Michaela, honey, chat your question. When we have questions, just try to chat them. That way we can keep it going. Like Felix was confused, and so he just sent it to the chat, and then I was able to privately talk with him. And so what Ms. Williams is here to do right now is I'm here to answer any chat questions while Ms. Miranda continues to teach.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miss Williams.
You're welcome.
I know this can be a little confusing, guys. It's kind of hard to kind of remember which one you have to add, which one you have to subtract. We just want you guys to take risks, okay? Okay. So remember, the reason why you're finding 10 right now and not 20 is because you're just only finding the length and the width. You're only finding 2 sides. Because then the other 2 sides are also going to be the length and the width. They're going to be the same numbers. So if you add those twice, it'll be another 10. And then it'll be 10 plus 10, which is 20. So who can give me 2 new numbers that are not 6 and 4 that you can add together to get 10? Oh, I think Logan's coming in.
Okay.
What are 2 numbers you can add together to get a sum of 10?
My goodness.
Miss Martin, I can't really see the thing.
touch.
What are you talking about?
Like I can see like everybody, but I can't see like the thing. It just.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
No, I can't see. Like it's on like the little 4 screen, the square in it. Can't really see it.
You might have to click on my screen, like click on the screen that I'm sharing. You might have to click on that to see it. Okay, Ms. Williams, I had to minimize the little screen so that the Maya could see. Could you pick someone that has their hand up?
It's not
Yeah.
working.
What question did you ask? I'm sorry, I'm replying to
Oh,
questions.
you're okay. What 2 numbers can you add together to get 10?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Nikayla, give us your 2 numbers. Make sure you unmute yourself.
What 2 numbers you can use is 5 plus 5?
You sure can.
Yep. You can
So
use
that's
5.
going to be our new length and width, 5 plus 5. Now, if you had something different, if they still add together to be 10, that's still correct. I'm just going to go ahead and use 5 plus 5. So I'm going to draw here using this grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blah, bam. Okay. So we already know that this perimeter is going to be 20 because we want to find shapes that have the same perimeter. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, the perimeter is 20 units. Who can take a risk and tell me what the area of this square is? What's the area?
Who wants to tell us the area? Logan, go ahead and tell us the area.
The area is 25.
Good job. How'd you find that, Logan?
I found that by doing 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 and 5 again.
Okay, so you did some
Multiplication.
repeated addition. You did 5 times 5. And then I noticed you just said 25. It's going to be 25 what?
Square units.
Good job. Okay, so we found a rectangle that had the same perimeter as part A. And we found one that has this different area because this one had an area of, what was it, 24? Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave this here for another second so you can jot those notes down. I see there's a lot going on in the chat, so I'm gonna just peek at that really quick. Does anyone have any questions right now?
I think JV is a little confused. So he gave us a 7 by 1 plus 1 plus 1. And so
Oh, I see what you did, JV. Okay, so JV, you have 4 sides there, which is, you know, you have 4 sides of a rectangle. But something about rectangles is that 2 sides are going to be the same number, no matter what. So what you drew, if it was only like 1, 1, and 1, and then 7, That means this side would have to go all the way to 7. That wouldn't really work. That would give us like a weird shape. So what you needed to do is only find 2 numbers, length and width. That would give us 2 things. So I want you to take that 1 plus 1 plus 1, and that would be your other side. What's 1 plus 1 plus 1, JV?
You said what again?
So I want you to take your 1 plus 1 plus 1, and we're going to combine those 3 to make one more side. So what would be 1 plus 1 plus 1?
1 plus 1, 1, 1.
Yes.
Okay, hear me well.
Okay, try to add up the 3 ones. 1 plus 1 plus 1 gives us what?
3.
3. So that means your sides would have to be,
Nikayla, make sure you're muted, please.
your sides would have to be
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3,
Okay, thank
and then
you.
7, and 3. Okay,
Nikayla, yourself.
Okay.
and then now when you put all those numbers there, you can add them together to get 20. Like that.
Nikayla.
Hmm?
Can you mute yourself, please?
Mm,
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna give a little throwback here. So if you watch the YouTube videos that I had last week, I think these are a little easier to do than the same perimeter ones. So now we're going to draw a rectangle that has the same area, but a different perimeter than the rectangle in part A. So just a refresher, because I know y'all can't see. In part A, the rectangle had an area of 24 square units. It had an area of 24 square units, and its perimeter was 20 units. So now we want to find another rectangle. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out all this clicking. That has a length and width that you can multiply together to get 24. Don't forget that area is length times width equals area. All right. So you want to find 2 sides, 2 other lengths and widths that you can multiply together to get 24. Oh, excuse you, box. There you go. All right, so that's just a quick little review. So now instead of trying to add, you're finding 2 more numbers that you can multiply together to get 24. So let's not do 6 times 4 because we already had 6 and 4 in part A, which you can't see right now. That's why I'm reminding you. So I'm going to put 6 times 4 on there because we already knew that. I want something else. What else can give you 24 when you multiply them? So I'm going to give you some work.
Like 2 minutes of work time.
Oh yeah, for
Just
sure. I was go ahead and give you some work time.
Yeah. So they can think about what they know about fact families and stuff like that. And I want everyone to have a chance to take a risk. Because I had to think a little hard about.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was literally about to say that, so you're good.
So everyone should be working on this. Elena, just a heads up, honey, I'm going to call on you to give us our 2 numbers. So make sure that you're doing it over there.
I got to write down all the possible answers so that I can just look at it and think about it and say yes or no.
Literally. I think I got 2, 3. I think it. And remember, if you're having trouble, that's why the chat is here. You drop it, don't drop the answer, but if you stuck at a place, put that. You can drop the answer privately to one of us if you want assurance.
I have 3 more answers.
You have 3? Oh, I guess. Let me drop what I got.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
I just didn't know for this one. Yeah. Okay.
I think there's enough squares on here.
Let me see.
Ah, there isn't enough to draw it. It's still a
That's what I
possibility.
was thinking. That's why I said two. I just
Yeah,
automatically assumed. But it's still an option. We could still like, acknowledge that it's not incorrect, but it's
for
just
sure.
because remember, I guess what the standards say is up to what, 12?
It actually doesn't specify.
It doesn't? Oh.
Not that I know of. I might need to double check that. I actually have it right here. Oh.
I gave you a shout out, Snap.
Oh, thanks. I don't know exactly stuff.
Caught you in the moment. You was teaching.
Oh, no. I always cringe when I have to.
Felix, I got yours. I'm replying now.
Emmanuel sent me his.
Good job, Felix. Thank you for sending his. He got his correct. If you take a risk and not wait on Miss Miranda and I, you'll learn more. You'll learn so much more. We want everyone as much as you can to try to drop. Let's give them about another minute or so, because I think this one definitely requires putting everything they learned together.
For sure. Especially those factors.
Yep, this is multiplication. This is just a review of everything we've learned. So what Felix and Emmanuel have chatted us.
Yes. And Emmanuel got his.
Felix got his too.
Oh, I see someone else. Oh.
It's okay. Some of us are dropping the answers in a regular box. That's okay.
So Demaya, you did something. You did 4 times 6. That would give you the same exact perimeter. Let's find one that would give you a different perimeter.
Isaac, I replied to you. Nikayla, you should be, Nikayla, you need to like draw 24 and you try to think about two numbers that can multiply that you could get to 24.
Ms. Williams, so don't worry, that was me drawing hearts because I just
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
I had ADD moment.
It's okay.
Okay, Elena, do you have 2 numbers yet? Are you still working?
Okay, patience. Remember, we're multiplying, patient.
I know, but I couldn't find a multiply sign, so I just sent a plus sign instead.
Oh, okay. Well, the 3 times 3 wouldn't give us a product of 24. Okay.
Okay.
Elena, were you able to get something? Tell us what you got.
I got for the perimeter 18 and for the area. Oh, wait.
Oh, what are your length and width? Can you tell me?
The length and width is 4 and 5.
4 times 5. That wouldn't, so 4 times 5 would give you 5, 10, 15, that would give you 20. So remember, we're looking for 24. You're very close. Good risk.
Not quite. Okay. Good risk, honey. So a lot of people are struggling with this one, I see. Let's have someone else who might not know. Deniala, you said that you didn't know wait. Was that Demaya? Deniala, were you able to get anything?
Deniala did send me something. I wasn't able to check it. Let me.
Miss Miranda,
Yes.
I did the wrong thing. I did the big square.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
We're looking for one that would give us 24. Oh, I think Logan sent me his. Let me see. iPhone. All right.
Ooh, this one is a little challenging for him. It's okay though. That's how it should be.
Yeah, I mean, we've been out of school for 4 weeks, so math is one of those skills that if you don't practice, you're gonna forget.
Yep. And this is why this showing us right now, we have to keep practicing those multiplication facts.
I might put one on the YouTube channel, like put a little link on the bottom of this video. I'll put one for the 3s. Last week we did the 2s. I'll put one for the 3s with a little sheet, and you guys could practice.
Yeah, we're gonna have to practice some of those multiplication facts. This is why skip counting and doing those are important.
Miss Williams, I just sent you mine.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Miranda, I do not know what, and it's kind of a little hard.
It is a little hard, and that's okay. So let's think of all the ways that we can get 24. Ms. Williams, do you want to go ahead and kind of go over it now?
Oh, you want me to?
Or no, I mean, like, do you want to, like, do you think we're good to move on?
No, we good. Go with it. This is your lesson. I think yeah, we've definitely spent enough time. I'm just replying to some private chats.
Same. Okay.
For
So
you.
I've seen some people have shared out some answers in the chat. So who just shared one with me? So then go ahead and tell us one. There you go. Okay, so you can have a length of 12 and a width of 2. That would give you 24 square units. So Ms. Miranda, what's that going to look like as a rectangle? Well, I'm going to put a width of 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's one rectangle. Let's do one more. What's another way that we can make 24 if we multiply two numbers?
Somebody's not muted. Make sure all of us are muted, please. Let's see, another way. Let me see if I have any Zoom hands up. Oh, got quite a bit. Let's go with Isaac.
I think maybe 8 times 3.
Yeah.
Thank you, Isaac. Good job.
So 8 times 3 also would give you 24. And then I saw that JV dropped in the chat. He said 24 times 1, which is correct. That's not wrong. I just can't draw it on here because there's not enough boxes. 3, 4, 5, 6,
I did that too.
8.
Good.
Yeah, so
Happy
if you,
dialogue.
yeah, if you did that, awesome, amazing. I can't draw it on here because they didn't give us enough boxes. So now we found the area of these two things. So I'm gonna focus on pink, only because I like pink. So we already know it's gonna be 24 square units, okay? Because we did it right here. So if this is 12, this is 2, this is 12, and this is 2. What is the perimeter of the pink rectangle? Give you a second. Think about it. Felix, I'm gonna go ahead and call on you. I saw your hand up.
The perimeter of the pink square?
Yep, the pink rectangle.
Rectangle.
The perimeter of the pink rectangle is 28 units.
Yes. You made me catch my mistake because I had a different number in my head. I had to double check my answer.
We can always count on Felix to
Yes.
catch a mistake.
Sometimes I think Felix should be the teacher. Okay. And if you found the perimeter of the purple, what in the world? Of the blue rectangle, then that would be
8, 16, 19, 22.
22. Yep. My brain was processing. I'm not very good at mental math. I always tell my kids I'm not good at mental math.
Multitasking as well.
Okay. So that was that. That's area and perimeter and like kind of connecting them and how they work hand in hand. I know this weekend I'm going to be busy finding area and perimeter, digging holes and digging up dirt so that I could plant your sunflowers and show you how beautiful they look. The flowers haven't come up, but those plants, they're getting so many leaves. I've had to take care of these plants more than I have to take care of anything else in my life. It's been cold outside and I have to keep taking them in and out of the garage so that they don't freeze. All right, so good job, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is after we're done with our little Zoom, this is always gonna go on YouTube, and on the bottom and like the little description, I'm gonna put a video for like the threes, and then I'm gonna put some math facts there.
Miss Miranda, make sure everybody's screen is muted, and then I see people with hands. This is the perfect time to start dropping questions in the chat so that we can address them. At the end of every lesson, we'll make sure we answer questions. Just start getting used to typing them in. Okay, you can finish, Miss Miranda. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. Thank you. So, and it'll just be some extra practice. It'll help you, especially when we're doing stuff like this, because we're not done multiplying. We're gonna be multiplying for the rest of your life. And that's not an exaggeration.
Felix asked a good question. Do we have foundations today? No, remember we're taking a break from foundations, okay? Right now, math and reading are our main focus.
Yeah. So, did you like doing them, Felix?
Like doing what?
The foundations.
Yeah.
You did. Aw. I can drop in some, maybe like
maybe tomorrow, Miss Miranda and I discuss maybe how we can continue that moving forward. Remember, tomorrow you do not have to get on Zoom unless you have specific questions. So what that means is that we won't resume reading until Monday. Monday is when we'll resume reading. Are we? On my birthday, I have to do class on Monday. Yes, wishing you happy birthday. Or
We'll
we
sing you
have
happy birthday.
videos today. The
When is your
video, her birthday, it looks like, is on Monday.
My birthday's next Friday. We have the same birthday week.
Friday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you, Patience. Well, they should be. While we having videos today. The video Go ahead, Miss Miranda.
I was typing up a response, but saying it is much faster. The only video will be the Zoom video. You don't have to do anything else. If you click on the Zoom video though, to keep practicing those multiplication facts, I'm gonna put a song to do like your multiplication facts, and then I'm gonna put 50 problems. They're gonna be threes, and try and see if you can get those 50 problems done in 3 minutes.
Yep. And so, yep, Felix just caught his question. We answered. So I think one thing that we noticed today is that we have to keep practicing our multiplication facts. I don't know if you all remember, but at the beginning of the year, we told you all that multiplication is you learn in third grade. If you do not practice it, it starts to show. So today you can tell some of us who have better fluency, they were able to get stuff quicker than others. And if you're not there, it's okay. But that's why we're gonna put up practice stuff. Okay, so are there any questions before we finish with our tradition of saying goodbye in a different language? Demaya, ask your question, honey.
Are you going to do it today? Do we have to do it today?
Do what today?
Like the thing that you just said, like you was going to drop it in the thing.
Yes. Back. Try to do those today. It'll be under our YouTube video. Anybody else?
Denilah, do you have a question? Okay.
Miss Miranda.
Hmm.
But if I scroll over, why's my face on a big screen?
Because you can see yourself. That's for you, so that you know that, like, so if you want to make sure you don't look like crazy, you can go and just look at yourself real quick before you go back.
Anybody else? Yes.
I just I know goodbye in different language.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I know I say goodbye in different language today.
Oh, do you want to share?
Yeah.
What language is it?
Hello. Bye.
I don't know some kind of language that I don't think nobody knows. It say how you say the bye is ma sevela.
Oh, okay. Let me say it one more time. Ma
Sevela.
Ma
Estavela.
Ma
Yeah.
Ma Estavela.
I don't know if that's how you spell it, but that's how I pronounced it.
Ma Estavela. Okay, let's all practice. Take yourself off mute.
Ma Estavela.
Lena, you're not off.
Estavela. Ma Estavela. Ma Estavela. Okay. Ma Estavela. I got it. Ma Estavela.
You ready?
Ma Estavela.
Second. Elena and Emmanuel. Take yourself off mute. Emmanuel.
Ma Estavela.
And 3.
Ma
Ma Estavela.